Lord, you are
welcome.
forgiven. What's up,
Thank
y'all?
you.
It's your girl Elaine with Talking Tunes Podcast, and King Logan is still talking, but that's okay. He's super excited to charge. Anyways, what's up with it, bro? What's
Man, you
up
know
with it?
what? Yeah, like you said, I'm excited. Super excited about today's show. Uh, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it how I feel it, man. I just gotta say it. I
What?
thank God for His favor. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Because I thank God for His favor. Because the guest today, phew, man, yeah, yeah.
Man,
That's
yeah.
all I got to say.
Wait, I gotta say this, y'all. When King does his hands like this,
Listen,
it if you don't
that's
know
a
him
real
like I know
situation,
him,
man.
it's a thing. Like it's like I don't know. It's like explanation.
I
Come
feel
I
on,
like it's
don't
saying
know.
John.
like he's surrendering the moment, you know?
Here
You know
you
what?
go.
I
Here
I
you
knew you
go.
was gonna
Here
go there,
you
Jay, but
go.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to
Here
say
you
it.
go.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean?
Listen, let's just get into it because while we got
Wait,
him
hold
driving
on.
and let's just go, John. You go ahead. You all right, John? You all
First of
right?
I'm
all,
good, man.
John,
LA is
I,
great. Yeah. We're good over
le-
here on that side.
he's
yeah,
like, let's
John.
get that out of the way. John, are you good? Okay, let's
You
get to
straight?
it. Mr. Lee
The world
driving,
ain't
he headed
moving.
to
I mean,
Houston.
the earth ain't quaking in L.A., is it? You know what I'm saying?
No, not
Yeah.
this week. Not this week. It
Not
was good.
today.
John,
Now, yeah,
go on introduce
the
our
King,
guest
calm
today, man. Let's
down.
get into it.
Calm down.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I ain't.
I
Let's
was
get
gonna say
into
I
it.
was gonna say congratulations to the Dodgers because they won the first two games. So
Oh.
congratulations to them.
Yeah. Real talk.
Okay,
Boo.
so first of all,
Lehman, come over to YouTube,
first of
Lehman.
all, see, he's
Yeah.
still
We
on
got
the
Mr.
porch. We
Lee.
can't even give
All
Mr.
right.
Lee a proper intro until he stops welcoming people off. But
I'm gonna
no,
mute
this
my mic. How about that? How about I
no,
mute my mic?
it never stops. No, this is it's hometown, so this
Yeah.
is how it goes, and it's all good. I'm just giving King a hard time, Mr. Lee. We do that.
Cheryl
All right.
Banks, I got Mr. Lee on the show. Come over here,
See,
Mr. Lee. Everybody coming in.
Cheryl.
I'm telling everybody.
yo,
Cheryl,
it's
everybody
like
on the show said, "What's up?"
when I was growing up, when we would hear the music of the ice cream truck, and we
Yeah,
would run
yeah. It's just
outside.
like that. It's
And it's
just
like,
like that.
yo, the ice cream truck, mama, daddy, can I get some
I
money?
need
The
to get
ice
the
cream
ice cream
truck.
truck music.
That's what this is like.
Teasy, Amber Bullock, come over to YouTube,
Right.
man.
Hey y'all.
Come over to YouTube. We got the legendary Mr. Lee on the show, man. We live right now on YouTube. Come
Mr.
over there and
Lee,
Elaine.
you're
holler at us.
yeah,
Now I'm
what you
gonna be
got?
quiet and let John do the intro. I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, John.
Can you just
All
make
right.
sure, Lane, that we're on live, just to
Yeah, I'm
be
looking
for
at it.
sure?
I'm looking at
Yeah,
it.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we live.
All right, because
Yeah.
y'all know I'm scarred from last week
You
and the week
are.
before.
Mr.
And
Lee, we were having some
yo,
technical issues
some
last week,
very
Yeah.
technical
but we
difficulties.
we here and we live, so and
Yeah,
we together.
yeah.
So it's all good.
And I
All
do want
right.
to
Oh,
apologize
amen.
to everybody for that. So my
You
bad on that.
no need. No need. It's
So
all good.
But
yeah, let's get
yeah,
to it,
so
man.
today, yeah, today, so today on the show, we're thrilled to welcome Mr. Lee, a Grammy nominated record producer and Houston native who's become a true icon in hip hop.
Yeah.
Known for his signature hard hitting beats and 3 decades of unforgettable hooks, Mr. Lee has worked with some of the biggest names in the game, from Nipsey Hussle to Tupac, from Drake to Megan the Stallion, and that's just to name a few. His tracks have not only topped the charts, but left a lasting impact on the industry. Join us as we dive into the journey, the music, and the legacy of one of hip hop's finest producers, Mr. Lee.
Oh,
Let's go, baby.
John, you are such
They ain't
a
ready for me,
professional.
baby. Let's put that
Okay.
Texas on them
Yeah.
boys. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay.
OG, what's happening with you, man? Mr. Lee, ladies and gentlemen, we got Mr. Lee on the show. As you can tell, I'm super excited
Very,
because I
and
grew up to his
rightfully so.
music.
Yeah.
I grew up to his music. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've done some crimes to his music.
Oh,
Oh man.
Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. Okay. You know what?
Listen,
We'll talk later. We'll
listen.
talk later.
Nah, I'm playing. Like real talk. Some of the music that he's done has been the soundtrack to some of the stories in my life.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Ghetto Boys, Scarface.
Oh my
Come on now.
gosh.
Yeah.
Come on now. Right.
You know how I feel
right,
about the
right.
Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, the Ghetto Boys. She love the Ghetto Boys.
Oh my
Miss Lee, my
gosh.
sister's not from the hood, but she loves
So
hood
first
music.
of all, you don't have to be from the hood to appreciate Scarface, the Ghetto
Touche.
Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get
Tyler,
that
y'all
out of the
come
way.
over to YouTube. too. We got the legendary Mr. Lee on the show.
Mr.
Come
Lee,
on,
he be
man.
giving me a hard time, but we'll talk about
Bang.
that later.
But how you
Anyway,
doing, big homie? How you doing? I see you driving. What you got going on, man? What you
Now,
headed to
I'm
the
heading
crib?
over to the H, man. I got to do this interview with Donnie Houston tonight. So, I'm heading out there to do that real quick. I kind of got
Dang,
forced to
man.
drive. I
That's a
missed my
that's a
flight,
that's
so
a
I ended up driving.
oh,
Oh, see, I was just about to ask, are you a driver or you like? Cause I don't like to. Mm-mm.
Nah,
I I
I
don't care.
don't like
Houston
driving.
is. Give me a 30-minute. I need that 30-minute flight to Houston. Let me go on.
I know, right? Gate to
Yeah, I
gate,
don't.
For real.
30
My
minutes.
man. But I'm gonna let my sister start, man. Cause since I
How
know a
you?
Okay.
lot about you, I know a lot about you. I
Oh,
know I know the music, because she's got some great questions,
don't
and
be
I want
telling
her to
Mr.
go
Lee.
ahead
Don't be
and.
telling Mr. Lee my secrets. Anyways, listen,
It's not a secret. It's not a secret. You got great questions. You're an intelligent person. You're smart.
but well, thank you for the compliment. I'm collecting those from you this year. No, Mr. Lee, thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to share. Thank you for your time, and please be safe getting to Houston. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um, one of the things that I want to talk about, and you actually kind of mentioned this earlier, but I wanted to know more about the book because I saw you have a book. I believe it's PDF form, if I'm not mistaken, that you're
It's hard
selling on
copies.
your website. Oh, you have
Yeah,
hard
it's
copies
a
now.
hard.
Okay, good, 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 good.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Where can it be found? Where should people purchase it? What is it about? Why did you write a book? Why did you feel like it was important to do that?
Right now, you can find it on Amazon and it's in the Barnes and Nobles also.
Okay.
So
Oh, cool.
the reason I wrote the book is because when you get to an age and you've been in this business a long time, the older you get, you start complaining, oh, they're not doing this right, somebody's not doing this. And I hate seeing the younger generation go into this business and not understand what they're getting into and not have the knowledge provided to them so that they can navigate through it and have a great success at the end. I've seen a lot of artists that were great that perished at the end of their careers because they didn't have any money, they didn't own anything, they didn't really know about a bad record deal, a bad publishing deal. All of these aspects played a part in their demise, and I just didn't want to see the younger generation go through the same stuff. So I wanted to write the book to help people navigate through this business and understand what they're getting into.
So let me ask you this. Thank you for that. How long, had you been, producing before you? Because I feel like your book is an answer to some problems. Like you said, you want people to avoid, having bad contract deals, conversations, etc. At what point in your career did this become something that you were passionate about sharing with the younger generation?
Um, and it really just started a few years
Okay.
ago. Take this dive into it and really just give the people an understanding of things that they needed to know. I've been doing it for years
Mm-hmm.
behind closed doors with
Sure.
different artists that I work with. People would always call me and ask me, well, what do you think about this? I'm going into this deal. What do you think about it? And I would always give them, my opinion about things because I knew, I went through a lot of situations and I grew from them. I wasn't bitter about a bad situation I went through. I was interested in understanding how not to go through a bad situation again. So it's the difference.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's
I know,
that's
right? That's
that's
because not everybody's willing to share.
yeah. That's some old. That's what I tell people this all the time. Just because somebody don't have to be old to be OG to me. OG is
Mhm.
what I'm gonna look out for you, youngin. You know what I'm saying? An OG is like, hold on, let me help you out right fast. You know what I mean? Let me show you something right. Let me show you the ropes. Let me show you how to do this. So a OG will tell you, hey boy, if you go down that road right there, there's a bear halfway down that road. He gonna jump on your back. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to warn you. So I that's why I call people like Mr. Lee OG. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been doing this since the '90s, bro. Come on, that's the hit. That is the that is the what's that? That is the golden era of hip hop, if you ask me, the '90s. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get in around that time, that was a that was slow. You know what I mean? Because that was y'all changed. I'll be honest, dog. Like y'all changed a lot of people's lives, dog. Like for real, for real. Like, what's your? Let me ask you this. Out of I don't want to put you in a bind. What do you think? What is your favorite? What is your favorite song or record that you've produced to date? What's your favorite?
uh, right now, I have to say Blue Laces 1 and 2. And the
See,
only reason I'm saying that is because it is a phenomenal record. Get Thrown is up there too. I ain't
hmm
gonna even lie to you. But
yeah,
Blue Laces 1 and 2 is my favorite because of the business part of it.
got you. What do you mean by that? If you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking.
Uh,
I was able to go in. So that's what make it my favorite. I own it. I own parts of it.
That yeah, that's always gonna be the favorite then. Yep. That's
And
gonna always be the
then,
favorite.
and then on top of that, I'm gonna tell you a real short story about that.
Okay.
Blue Laces 1 was a mixtape record, and I did Blue Laces 2 for Nip. And right before we were already having the discussion, I signed a contract. Here we go. I signed a contract
Mm-hmm.
that said if I use a sample and the sample takes and the owner of the sample takes 50% of the publishing, I get no publishing, no royalties. I
Yikes.
signed the agreement that did that. They took 50%.
Wow. Wow.
Nipsey told me about this without me even knowing about it. He said, "Hey man, they took 50% of the publishing. I'm giving you half of my publishing," which was
Now that's dope.
25%. I ended up getting. The day, the Thursday before he passed away, his lawyers had emailed me and they couldn't get the splits right on the record. And I said, "Why are y'all putting all these other people on my record? I was the only
Mm-hmm.
person that produced it." And the lawyer hit me back. He said, "Well, you don't have any publishing anyway, so I don't understand why you asking." That's what he
Wow.
said.
Wow.
Nipsey got into the email chain and told him that the situation he and I had was already done. I own 25% of the record.
Right.
And then that weekend he got killed.
Oh man.
oh
And I
Rest
no.
in
ended up
peace
getting
to
a
Nip
six
the
figure.
Great, man.
I ended up getting a 6-figure publishing deal off of those 2 songs, like a month or
Ooh,
so after he passed away. But if he had not
man.
stood his ground for me, and did good business with me, and really looked out for me, I wouldn't have had anything.
Wow. See, that is a trait that's not really in the game like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
People be like,
Exactly.
yo, it is what it is. You don't close mouths, don't get fed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's
They'll tell you
that's
that
that.
they hit you with the manager and the lawyer talk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what you
man.
get.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Since we own Nipsey, dog, like I've been listening to Nipsey since it's underground. You know what I'm saying? Was he as cool as people say he was?
Even
Oh
more,
man.
bro. He was a sincere guy. You know what I mean? Nipsey
Yeah.
was what you saw was only a glimpse of what he was and who he was.
Hmm.
You know, and I can't say it any other way. I hate even saying that he was the best artist that I ever worked with, but he was.
Yeah.
Because sincerely, whatever he said, that's what it was. You know what I mean? He was never nothing else. He was always exactly who he portrayed himself to be.
Yeah. That's uh wow. Shout out, rest in peace to Nip the Great, man. Nipsey Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his family, his wife and kids, man. We're praying for them. Because grief is a that's a hard thing to deal with, especially being a creative.
Facts.
Before we
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. How because this is a question I just thought about today. I didn't even run it past them. Because we go through the slumps. We run into the life, because life be lifing. We run into the life problems. We run into grief. We run into, like you said, attorneys and managers issues. How do you, because you say you've been in the game 30 years consistently, how do you stay consistent with dealing with life? How do you compartmentalize yourself? How do you do that?
I mean, controlling my own destiny and doing things on my own terms.
Ah,
And when you do things like that, you become unpopular. But what I've understood and believed and really got an understanding about is that a no is a very good thing to be told, because you
mm,
know where you stand at with people. When you working in a blur and you just doing shit and there's no dynamics to the relationship and there's no real business, and you find
right.
yourself doing a lot of things on this may happen, this will happen, it might be this. All of that time you wasted, the no is much better because you can get out of the situation very quickly and go into things that you know that you can monetize off of, and something that benefits you as a
Uh-huh.
business person and a man, or a woman,
Right.
whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's really about controlling everything that you do. You know what I mean? They got this big light on us and these plaques and Billboard awards and Grammys. There's a lot of people that's broke with those.
Yes. Yes.
But
Agreed.
a person that know how to do business, constant business, I take 30 years of business over any Grammy that I could ever put in my on my wall, fam. Because I eat good, I live good, my family's good, and I'm on the quest for the wealth right now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm focusing on. I've been a rich person for ever since I was in my 20s. So
Right.
now, I want to do the generational thing now. So that's what I'm focusing on, and that's really why I've been given all of the information that I've been giving out, because I want everybody else to have the same options. I don't care who the president is. You know what I mean?
Right.
That'll be a slump for somebody talking about high groceries and gas. I don't give a shit about that, because I make enough
Right.
money to where I don't care what it is. And I tell people all the time, I don't care about people giving me shit or I'm getting a check from the government. I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? Get off your
Right.
ass and control your destiny, and you will be able to provide and prevail over all of these things. Anybody can
That
do
is
it.
a
It ain't
clip.
just me. It ain't just the music business. Everybody.
King,
That is a
stop
clip right
stop
there. Get off
producing.
your ass. Listen, that's a clip right there for me. Like that, because
Yeah.
because a lot of
Sound bite.
times, exactly, great soundbite, perfect word. Thank you. We a lot of times we like I take myself right. Uh, my situation was, it wasn't. I don't think it was the best situation for me. Matter of fact, I know it wasn't the best situation for me. But you know what I'm saying. But I've been making it work. You dig what I'm saying? Um, and to have control of your own business, I know that it's powerful. But if you don't mind, if you could speak more, unpack that just a little bit more, so when people see this episode and hear this audio, they can be like, okay, this is why why is it so important to control it? You know what I'm saying? Even though, and the reason why I'm asking that question is because I'm one of those people. Like, if you look out for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm be like, yo, that's I gotta look out for the homie. I gotta, what I mean.
Yeah,
I used to be loyal to a fault. Let's say it that
right.
way. You know what I mean? Just,
Everybody's
you know what I'm saying? I'd be
everybody's
loyal
been
to a
there.
fault, and then exactly. So if you don't mind speaking into why it's so important to control your business, and also how do you approach controlling your own business?
Yes, sure.
It's really, you approach it by establishing your terms. My
Okay.
terms right now is producing music. I have to be an owner. Now that I'm older. Even when I'm producing records, and if I'm doing 2 or 3 records on your album, I want to be a featured artist on your record,
Got you.
so that I can build my fan base with that too. But the ownership of doing the things that you create, when you put your hands on a keyboard or you speaking words in a microphone and it's recorded, that's something that you created.
Yeah.
But people don't. People, we are abiding by rules and laws that are man-made, and they're not laws that we have to contrive ourselves to. Like, people thinking that it's okay to just willingly just give a master away.
Mm.
I don't give my master. When a person takes work for hire form of clause in the contract for me that says that they're having to work for hire for the master, which means the song, the
Mm-hmm.
lyrics, and the music master, and they taking control of that, then I tell them,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you can have it, but the music by itself is mine. So if somebody
Got you.
ever samples a track of mine and your lyrics are not on it, then they can come directly to me, and I get the master fees up front, and I made it clear without talking to anybody else.
Wow.
But a lot of producers don't understand that. I had a person argue with me and tell me that that shit wasn't true. That you can't do that. It ain't nothing that I can't do if I want to do it. Because if I can't do it and you're not going to allow me to, I'm going to tell you no. There go that no
Right.
word again. I'd rather not do shit with you and waste my time and not own shit than say, okay, I'm going to just give it to you. Give me this money up front and I'm never going to see anything else. I
Right.
want to own it. You know what I
Right.
mean? We have to be in control of our content. We cry and talk about these labels and what they doing. Man, I've been doing records for independent artists and major artists my entire career. And I'm not just putting this shit out, but I make about 40 grand a month. Fam off of fucking nobodies. Niggas that I'm trying to help develop.
Say
But
what?
it's out there. But if you don't know how to do the business and you don't have proper people in place to push forward your agendas that you want, then you're going to continue to lose every single time. Even a lawyer that you work with, lawyers are cut and paste people too, unless you push them to do the things that you want them to do. They'll have you sign a contract and give your composition away and say that that is the normal thing to do.
Mhm.
I had to get, man, I had to do, but I'm not even going to say who the record was. I did a record for a major label last year, and I turned in all of my files. You know, you be in the business now, they got a 45-day net.
Right.
And when I wasn't used to that shit, I'm not used to that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, 45-day net. So I talked to the people at the label. First of all, they put my record out, never paid me. And then I found out the artist had never signed the agreement that they're supposed to sign. So they wasn't paying nobody. So I had to make all of this stuff happen. And once I made it happen, they wanted me to send an invoice in. And I said, look, man, I'm not sending no invoice in. You have a contract that say what you're supposed to pay me. There's nothing in my contract about a 45-day net. This is what I'm going to do. You can either pay me my money within 24 hours, or every day that you don't pay me, I'm going to charge you $1,000 every single day until you pay me. And if you don't pay me, I'm going to sue you.
Okay, do me a favor. Hold
Simple
on.
as
Let's
that.
run it back. Can you explain 45-day net for the people who don't know?
A 45 days basically what they have in place now is that you can sign a contract and agree to terms. They're going to make you send in an invoice. From the day that you send the invoice in, they have 45 days to pay you.
Mm.
And you can turn your files in and all of that. You can
And
do
still
all of
have
this
to
stuff,
wait.
turn your files in, and still have to wait. Not only that, but be in jeopardy of they can wake up tomorrow and say, we're going to file bankruptcy. Guess what happens? You don't get paid.
Ooh. Wow. I guess. Whoa.
I had some of
Okay.
the head people, some of the head people from this label ended up contacting me and they apologized. I'm so sorry, yada yada yada, because they already knew. I was like, man, look, I don't operate like that. I'm not finna send no invoice in, and I want my money like right now. And that was the end of that shit. But if you sit around and you let them do that, they're gonna do it every time.
Yeah.
They're only gonna do what you allow them to do, man. If they really want to do business with you, they're gonna do it. If they really don't want to, they're not going to. It's as simple as that. And I'd rather this person not do business with me than do some business that I don't agree with. But we got to be, we're in this culture about this blackball, this blackball that. Man, McDonald's just had a whole burger that had contamination and all. A person died. I bet you today somebody's buying one of those burgers right now.
Right now.
Because they don't care. They don't care, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing everywhere.
Wow.
That makes so much sense to me. That makes so much sense to me. Lane, John, y'all
You know
go
what?
ahead.
I do real quick. I have a question because since you brought up lawyers, attorneys, and things like that, I want to say that I saw on your Instagram page you talking about finding a good lawyer. Like, how do you know that you're dealing with the right one?
Good question.
But basically what you need to look for in a lawyer when you're hiring a lawyer, first they got to know the business that you're hiring for. They have to be an expert at that. And the second thing is they have to be willing to go all the way to the edges of the law for you, and you're representing you in your favor. I want a lawyer that's going to push it all the way to the corners to get everything that I want to get out of the situation that I'm in. If they can't do that and they want me to do the cookie cutter stuff, I'm gonna fire them.
Hmm.
A lawyer is hired by you to represent you, not hired to tell you what to do. If whenever you get into a relationship with a lawyer, if you are not controlling the narrative of what that lawyer needs to be representing you about in the terms that you are wanting him to do, then
Mhm.
you're going to lose because you're going to get in a deal based on what he think is fair and not what you think is fair.
Right.
So the
Wow.
lawyers.
You
Listen,
just end up
I'm
signing stuff, just, which is
Exactly.
why we got to get your book.
You'll sign a cookie cutter deal that you
Yeah.
just could have just went and signed without him being there because it's a monetary moment for the lawyer. Once the deal is done, he has nothing else to do with it. But you have to live through them years that you signing for.
yeah.
So
You got it.
you know what I mean? If he doesn't do his job right, or you don't commission him or her to do the job correctly, then you're going to be in a very messed up situation.
That,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So
Montez?
I have this question, actually, like, um, kind of going even before this step of the process. One of the questions that I've gotten asked a lot is, how do you know when it's time to get a lawyer? And obviously, this is for the younger artists who are just getting in, or they're being presented with opportunities that they weren't, that this is the first time for them. How do you know when it's time to get a lawyer?
I mean, it's time to get a lawyer as soon as you start talking about an agreement with someone. You know what I mean? The minute you engage into talking about a business agreement, a contract, you need a lawyer. And now I'm gonna take it a step further. In the state of Texas, people better be careful about discussing terms of business with people because a verbal contract can stand up in court just like a piece of paper will.
Mm.
So if you start agreeing to terms with a person or a label or whatever it is, before you have a lawyer, they can hold you to that.
Wow.
So it's always wise, even when you start to get into the record business and you start being an artist, producer, a label, a manager, whatever it is, it's always wise to get a lawyer before you ever even get into negotiation or even moving forward, just so you can have a relationship with an attorney that can tell you, okay, this is what this is what this is, so you can have the knowledge of what you're doing. And when it's time to review contracts, you already have that relationship and understand what you're trying.
He driving. He driving.
Come back to us,
That's crazy.
Mr. Lee. We
Yeah.
lost you
Yeah.
for a
Right.
second.
Okay. He came back. Okay. Okay.
I'm
What's that last part? Because you broke up a little bit in that last part. Yeah.
I said it's always good to know exactly what you're trying to achieve. So it's always good to have an attorney ahead of time at the very beginning and build that
Gotcha.
relationship with somebody that you can trust that's representing you for real.
Gotcha. Ah, listen, y'all. Is it me, y'all, or is he blessing us right now? Like
Oh,
I'm
We've been
really
blessed.
feeling the way right
come
now.
on, baby
Like,
Bishop.
listen, no, for real, man. I'm feeling, because the thing is, a lot of the young generation
He
don't
hates that.
understand this, and then what happens is they get real emotional, and then you got people dying, and you got people ready to fight. You got people, sometimes, it turns into a bad situation. So what he's teaching
Yeah,
us is how to put the cart, how to
Not put the
prepare,
cart before
basically.
the horse.
Yeah, not put the cart before the horse. Right. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lane, I got to steal one of your questions because this is a good question for
It
me.
wouldn't be the first time, love.
Touche. Touche. I got you.
Go
Bro,
ahead. Go ahead. Go
we was
ahead.
going through your videos and you was talking about good sounds.
Yes. I want to talk
Good
about that.
sounds. How do you know when you're going through your sounds, how do you know like this the one? How do you know that?
uh, man, for me, I'm borderline autistic. Let me just put that
Okay.
out there.
Gotcha.
So I don't make tracks like everybody else. When I make a track, I'm already 2 sounds ahead when I start building it. I'm already hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I could just go in and scroll down a patch and just hit something random and put a piece in there without even
But do you
knowing.
do you have like this certain feeling to be like, yo, now this is the one I want to build off of? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Because the
it's really about the emotion, man. It's
yeah,
not really
yeah.
about the sound selection comes in with just the quality. I always approach things like a band. I have a core, I have drums, piano, an organ, and the bass that's in my band, whether it's an 808 or a bass. That's my
Right.
band that I start out with. And when I start out with that, the next thing is adding transitional sounds before the bridge and stuff like that. That's how I come with the sounds.
Makes sense to me. I get it. Y'all, come on, y'all, because
Of
I
course.
don't want to take over the
But wait,
conversation.
but
Because
wait, I want to ask
yeah,
since I'm glad we shifted into sounds because I noticed that you have loop kits for sale for purchase on your website. Can you talk to us about that? How did that come to, be and tell us more about that?
Well, I basically came out with this stuff because one, there's a lot of sound pack stuff going on.
Hmm.
And I'm just not, I really don't like sound packs. I don't like vibing off other people's stuff because that's, to me, that's like co-production to me. I don't want to get somebody's stuff and add drums to it and put my name on it. I just
Mm.
don't.
listen,
So I came
Uh-oh.
up with making patches and loops and different stuff like that so that artists can have something to vibe with. And talking about the sound quality, I wanted to put something together with sound quality. And I also have drums that I've been working on for the last 30 years that's been run through Neves and SSLs and Sonics and all type of stuff. So I've added all of those things in so that the kids can have something that has great quality to it.
Oh
but since we're
man.
talking about that, I'm gonna nerd out for a second. What's your favorite, Neve or SSL console? What's your favorite?
And I'm gonna have to go with that Neve, got a little bit more punch and warmth to it.
Listen, man. See, everybody,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
people think I be bugging. They
The
be like, "Oh man,
1070,
you
10, the 1073, you're not finna beat that 1073, bro.
you're not gonna."
I
I
don't care
make
what
sure
you.
everywhere I go. That's why I literally like, even though I'm using Universal Audio stuff now, I literally bought that particular plugin because I love. Before it came out in a plugin form, I made sure every studio that I went to, like my favorite studio to work in, one of my favorite studios work at in LA is Chalice, right?
Yeah,
Because
Chalice,
they
I
had
did
a
a lot of records.
yeah, because they had a pair of 1073s, and I can run everything stereo through 1073s. I love 1073s on vocals because it gives you this
Yeah,
edge. To me,
they stout.
1073s, yeah, that Neve sound, like I had the honor of being in the room while Timberland was doing the Justin Timberlake Sexy Back album, right? And what made me fall in love with the console, he had a Neve 88 something, whatever. His console was a Neve, but it had 1073 preamps in the console. And it's a difference, but it's just, to me, Neve is like pop and rock music. SSL is R&B and gospel. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But if you know how to use them both, you can do either one. You know what I mean? But my
exactly.
favorite,
The great thing about that Neve, it was a broadcast mixing board. It really
ah,
wasn't made for music like that.
ah,
I
I
got
didn't know
turned on
that.
to those things. I got turned on to those things in Austin at Willie Nelson Studio. He had a whole sidecar full of 1073s,
Well,
and
A
that's how I
whole
learned them.
sidecar of them.
A whole side, like 32 of them, bro.
Yikes!
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't
like
gonna.
that.
Yeah. Them- so
yes,
yeah,
I know. We're in
listen. Let's
sonic
get a
heaven
couple more.
right now thinking
We
about
gonna
all
get a
that.
couple more questions in, bro,
Woo.
and then we gonna let you finish driving, man, because we want you to be
All right,
safe.
Yes, we do.
all
Um,
good.
uh, which one
Talk
we
to him.
want to go
Talk.
with,
Hey,
y'all?
y'all. Let's talk to him about the impact of AI and music and some of the stuff that you kind of been dabbling in. Since we on the
Yes,
Sonics right now,
Thank you, sister. That's my sister. How do you
Mr.
feel
Lee.
about? How do
Mr.
you
Lee, he's being nice to me today. Thank you for
listen?
Yeah.
being
How do
here.
you feel about, bro? How do you feel about the impact of AI on the
Yeah.
world right now,
I mean, for
especially
me,
music? Especially
I
music.
think I think it's cool. I'm gonna tell you why I like it. Because now I don't have to run around and find singers to sing on looks. I can sing them myself. And
Somebody
then I
Who
else.
he
just put
sound?
AI on it. I put the
Listen,
AI on it. I got a female voice. I got a whatever I want to do. I can do it right then and there, fam. So it just for me.
ah,
No, I want to hear what he's saying.
yeah,
Oh,
that's that.
AI this, AI that.
That's that Houston drive.
Oh yeah, they've been in the country.
Yeah, that's that Houston drive.
Hmm.
Listen, y'all, he's driving, as y'all can see, on the way to H time, and we we
Yeah.
losing him.
Yeah, when you hit them back
Yeah.
roads,
Yeah,
driving to Houston,
Nah, that's it's a stretch. That 45 stretch where
Yeah,
nothing
it
can
is.
happen. I think we done
Or
lost it.
the trees, I should say, not the back
Yeah.
roads, but the trees. Oh,
Oh, there
there
you
he
go.
is.
He back.
Mr.
He
Lee, we
back. He
just
back.
took a little
You
commercial
Yeah,
know,
break.
we took a little break because
you
the
know,
drive.
got that
The,
little patch of 45, man.
yeah, I
Uh-huh.
told you that
Got that little
45
patch
patch
on
is
45.
real. So listen, I agree. I'm with you this all the way with far as that AI. They asked me, well, what do you think about? Man, I love it because, like you said, I don't have to worry about a singer, and no disrespect, because I love writers. I don't if I got a vibe and I want to see what it sounds like, I'm gonna go in and chat GPT, hey, write me this song, and then I'm gonna put it in Suno.
Yeah,
I need R&B soul style. I need an R&B record, and I want to play you some. We're gonna play you some right quick. That I did all the music on this, and this is straight AI singing. Okay, John, play it for him, John.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
welcome to Talking Tunes Radio.
What's
Here we
you
go.
got it?
Clouds are shining heavy, whispers in the sky, chasing dreams so far, underneath the night, dancing in the cold, waves are moving slow, heartbeats in the dark, feel the rhythm flow, moonlit night, we're soaring in the calm, we're floating, everything feels alright underneath the moonlight.
that's hard.
Bring it down, John.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's how I'm using AI. That's why I have no problem with what's going on because again, I say this. I've been saying it for like what, almost a month now. It's a tool in the toolbox for me. You know what I'm saying? So having AI, I'm okay with it. Now, what I'm not okay with is they just came out a new plugin where you just tell AI, "Give me these drums, give me the
That's
drum pattern."
crazy.
Really?
He fooling with it. You got, oh yeah,
Yeah,
they got an AI, they got an AI situation where you tell them, "Give me this drum pattern," and it'll give you a drum pattern. Now
That don't
I
that's
don't
surprise
know
me.
that.
crazy.
You fool? Yeah, I mean, you like the record, Big Homie? Like for real?
Yeah, yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Listen, AI done changed the whole situation, man. AI has changed the whole situation.
You can really just put that shit out and own the whole thing.
That's
Mhm.
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
in the process of doing, and because people
yeah,
are thank you, Chrissy Poo. People are
Yes.
people are curating their own playlists from this, from doing this on Spotify. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Even though they're paying pennies, it's you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw it
yeah,
today where the big homie Timbo he's doing a situation with Suno. You know what I'm saying? Where he's doing all these where
yeah. I
people
saw
can
that.
where people can remix it and so forth and so on. It's like, hey man, if you gonna get on, you gonna get down. As the old movie say, you gonna get down and lay down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's a real
I'm telling you,
situation. That's a real situation. Now,
and that
before we
shit's
go,
fire though.
listen, man. For aspiring producers,
Yeah.
what would you say is the most critical skill they should develop to stand out in today's music industry? And this will be our last question.
Business. It's business. Everybody's dope. Everybody has their own thing that make them unique and dope. Everybody has a talent, especially when you're
Mm,
going into the music business. Everybody has a talent, man. I mean, you see it. I mean, from Timbaland to Swiss Beats, everybody. I've been around. You know what I mean? I've
mm-hmm,
seen how Swiss came up and all of that shit. So it's,
mm-hmm,
it's really, you just got to have the business, man. The business is the biggest, most important skill that you
mm-hmm.
can ever possess being in this music industry. And in fact, being in anything in life, you got to know the
Right.
business.
Whew. Business. So y'all hear it, business.
Business.
Um, big homie, look, man. We want you to get there safe, so we gonna let you go.
Yes.
We gonna stay
Yes.
on here for a little bit and talk a little bit
All
more, but
right.
we gonna let you go and hit me when you get back, cause just so y'all know, there might be a King Logan and Mr. Lee collab coming up
Look at him
real
doing a
soon.
commercial.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Listen,
we get ready to do that.
yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah.
We're gonna do that, man.
this is about to
oh
happen.
man.
So, hey, big homie, be safe.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
again. We
Thank
appreciate you,
you.
man. You know what I'm saying? And I pray
Yep.
God blessings
All
on
right.
you and I pray safe travels for you, brother.
Indeed.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
man. Thanks again. Take it easy, dog. So yeah,
Bye.
that was, ladies and
The
gentlemen, that was
amazing Mr. Lee,
the
y'all.
amazing OG Mr. Lee. You understand me?
From
Oh my God.
the South. South.
Listen, man, that's listen,
Oh,
like he is really one of the ones that I would call the legendary. He's a legendary. I don't want to put him in the uh box of the South, but
yeah.
he's a Southern. Like he's helped create this
Hmm.
Southern genre of rap, like
Like
especially
his
in
roots are
Texas.
Southern. I mean, obviously he's done things like,
Absolutely,
yeah,
especially in Texas,
yeah,
especially in Texas.
yeah.
Um,
Oh
so listen,
man.
man.
Hold on, because I gotta hold on. Give me a minute on the Willie Nelson studio,
Listen, listen.
because I hang out and where I hang out sometimes where Willie Nelson is from, and
Uh huh.
I know what that's like. Over, I can only imagine. Oh,
Then if you think that's something, imagine being on a tour bus with Willie Nelson.
I know,
Oh
no,
my God. Can you imagine being on the tour bus with him and Snoop at the same time?
nope. I would be asleep the whole ride.
Hey,
Guys, I
true
can't see
story.
anything.
True story. In my weed smoking days, I've definitely smoked with both of them.
The hands,
And
you be
ye-
killing
But
me
at the
with these
same time,
hands.
listen, it was so
John,
legendary. No, no, not at the same time. No,
he
I would
wouldn't
have
be
probably
alive to tell
died.
that story.
Nah, yeah,
yeah.
that's no, no, because Snoop had me. I was stuck. I was like this for
Yeah,
like
I
almost
can't
2 hours,
imagine.
and Jen, I'm sitting
Y'all
outside the studio. You know how you got the little lounges outside? I'm just sitting out there like this.
just concentrating and just
Yeah,
stiff and
and I ain't gonna put. I'm gonna throw
can't.
my homie on the bus right quick. The
No,
homie
you're
Gee.
not.
Yes, I am. He gonna be all right.
Yeah,
He fine. He love the
he'll be
story.
fine.
Listen, we got so faded
Oh
to where after all it was over, they talking about let's go to the club. We were like, all right, cool.
my God. Went to
He
sleep.
was
You should
so
have stayed
high.
there.
He stopped at the door to VIP and said, bro, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, bro. I need to stand right here for a little bit, bro. So yeah, man, that was fun. Anyway,
Okay,
was a
that
little
yeah,
story.
that
I
But
was.
can't
Willie,
imagine.
I'm
I
thanking.
can
That's
I'm
a lot of
thankful
I
he's
weed.
can
still here.
imagine being in the studio with those 1073s, man.
I just
Listen,
that
and can y'all imagine? Well, I will say
yes,
this.
I can
I'm
imagine.
gonna say this for the purpose of this show.
Hmm.
There will be an interview with me and Mr. Lee. I'm inviting my sister since she's in town, and I
Oh, a
hate
local,
Montez.
yeah,
Yeah,
local.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
In
Because we
person,
gonna be
in
in.
person.
Yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. So it's gonna be more. We got more questions to ask.
Oh God.
Hey, I am. I'm okay with the show. If we wanna go home right now,
Listen, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all how I'm feeling right
Okay.
now, and I do want to go. I love y'all.
I want to go though.
I want to go. I really want to just go listen to sounds because, like, yeah, thinking
Yeah,
about hearing him talk about the Neve verses or and the SSL and all the different things that are loaded into the preamps and all these things. It just that's inspiring for artists, and we hope that you guys were inspired by that
I
conversation. He was sharing a lot of
like for me,
wisdom.
like, and it's funny
Yeah.
because Lane, you know I love 1073s. Like I even told you, I told Darius this. I love 1073s because of
Like,
that
but I
that
loved
sound that
his
it has.
73s.
No, for real, because everybody's like, oh man, your drums just got this. Them 1073s give you that extra edge on the top, that little extra crunch for some reason. Whereas SSL give you that punch but smoothness. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
listen, like you said, want to go listen to sounds. I
Yep.
purposely resample sounds through 1073s
Hmm.
based on whatever,
Mm,
however I want the record to sound.
Okay.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
interesting.
mm.
I have there's a plugin called
What's the record
Decimord.
you've used it on? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, 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 no. I got you. John,
Okay.
that whole Ashley thing, whole
Uh-huh.
Ashley project, Ashley Simpson project we did,
That was on that.
all 1073s. Because
Hmm.
Ah,
it's got such a
it's got a
grunginess to it.
grit
It's
to
got
it.
such a
Yeah.
harshness,
Yeah.
such a grit to it. You know what I'm saying? So we did, even matter of fact, even those drums, if I'm not mistaken, I think Chris Gabby, that's who
Hmm.
engineered the session. Shout out to Chris
Chris
Gabby. I think
Godby.
he ran those through 1073s. You know what I'm saying? I know my MPC was
Yeah.
always running to an MPC. I mean, my MPC was always running to 1073s. Always.
Yeah, that NPC was always plugged up, y'all.
Listen, you hear me?
Was a-
Gonna stay. I'm really thinking about going back to the MPC world, man, because the stuff they doing now in the MPC world is crazy. Because I'd have just the software and I got like the
Mhm.
controller, but the
Mm,
new stuff that they're doing, I might go try that out, man. Oh, all right.
okay.
That was
Anyways,
fun. That was good. That was
yeah.
good.
Shout out to
Y'all,
Mr. Lee for the wisdom and the all the good
Yeah.
stuff, the good, the
I'm
bad,
I'm
and the
I'm
indifferent.
really excited about reading his book because of what he was saying. I think he said this on the show, but if not, he said it to us outside of it, or
Mhm.
before it, about his contracts being in the book.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Like
Yeah,
that's amazing that he's gonna do that
yeah,
and be that transparent with it.
right.
I make sure I get it.
So
I try to get copies for all of us.
Look at you. You're
yeah.
quite
Yeah.
the generous soul.
Hey man, listen, man. I'm just happy right now. I real talk,
Thank you, man.
not even trying to be funny or trying to get deep.
What?
I
Mhm.
just think I just thank God for his favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for
Ah,
the favor of God, man.
well,
I
look
You
at
mean,
said
you.
that
people,
twice today. I
I
like that.
mean, because that's the only way I can explain it. Because
Hmm.
the people that are agreeing to be on the show, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's it's God, man. It's all God. Lane, take us home, man. Let's get
Yeah.
out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, thank y'all to those of you who have tuned in, those of you who are watching now or later or whenever you watch. Thanks for being here, subscribing, sharing, commenting, participating in the chat. Those of you, we hope that you and your families are well, and that you know what we are in. We're ending 2024, which is whoo. Time is just
Yikes.
going by so fast. We're
Yeah.
knocking on 2025, and we just hope that you guys are taking care of yourself. But thank y'all for being here. I'm going to kick it over to King.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh
Michael
wait,
Blaylock. Yeah,
Micah.
those knees
Yeah.
freeze is yeah on them vocals. You run. Listen, you run a 10 You run you a 1073 through a LA 2A to control the peaks. You got you something. But yeah, man. Thank y'all again. Uh, yeah, I'm super hyped. I just feel optimistic about the future of this show. I'm very optimistic about the
Mm.
future of this show. Very optimistic of what is going to happen and what God is doing. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I guess I'm gonna do the benediction now, and it goes a little something like this. Hold on,
John,
don't
where's the
start.
hand? I was
Don't.
waiting
I know
on
you
John's
finna do
hand.
it.
I didn't want to say it, but I was waiting on
Listen,
it.
I'm gonna do the benediction. It goes a little something like this. Now may the Lord watch between me and thee, while we're absent one from another. May He keep you in perfect peace. Is our prayer. I'm King. That's Lane. That's Montez. And we still got Money Max in the back. You understand me?
Money Max.
Y'all take it easy, man. Peace
Peace, y'all. Peace and love.
and love.
Hmm.
Oh man.
I need to go lay down.
You don't feel well.